Hey, what's up guys? So not only is this a deck profile, but I'm sure, multiple people have uploaded the deck profile, but, it's here for you guys. But I mainly want to talk about countering Inzektors, because, net decker's gonna net deck, right? But that said, it is a very decent deck. That said, I just really feel like there's certain cards that I really feel like Allure of Darkness. Why don't you play Allure? You have, enough dark targets. But that said, we're going to go through the deck profile real fast, but the main emphasis on this video is kind of how to beat Inzektor. So let's go through it really fast. So we've got double card Trooper, double card D, Dark Hound, triple Centipede, Dragonfly, Giga Mantis, one Hornet, triple Ladybug, Sangan, and Reaper. Then we got the double Tour Guide, and then for the spells, we got Dark Hole, Foolish, Lance, Heavy, double Inzektor Caliber. You need two to basically get the OTK off. Reborn, triple space, because it works really well in the deck. Because remember, you can always space type when your own Inzektor equips. And then two duality, then triple call, double compulse, double warning, three threatening roar. So that's the basic deck that he was playing. The only thing new that I would say that not really anyone expected was threatening roars. It is really good trainable, and it kind of helps out against Mermaid Lanterns because that deck can OTK really fast. But that said, now let's kind of look at his side deck, and then I'm gonna tell you guys kind of what to side deck against his deck to kind of counter it. That said, his deck had double Mexi, double Rykos, two System Bound, double Gozen, double Decree, triple Soul Drain, and double Torrential Tribute. The extra deck, there's not really anything. We'll just go over it really fast though. I'll just mouse over it because you can just check out the pictures and pause it if you need to learn the names of certain cards. But everything was pretty self-explanatory except for the random gotcha there. But that said, now let's talk about how to beat Inzektor. So, as you guys know, the card that really hurts him, I'm going to get rid of all these, his actual side deck, and we're going to throw in cards that you'd want to side deck against Inzektors because, a lot of people will be net decking this deck, and, that said, let's go over how to beat it, kind of. So if you guys didn't know, Macrocosmos is pretty amazing, like triple of these. Also because it has double function because it shuts down Mermails, and as well as Dark World. So that said, this is going to be seeing a lot more play. Next up, there is also Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, a very good card. Where is Shadow Imprisoning Mirror? Okay, there it is. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is a fantastic card against Inzektors. Also, another decent card against Inzektors is going to be Valor. But keep in mind, if Macrocosmos is out, you can't actually use Valor on, because it has to go to the graveyard. So that's just an important thing to keep in mind. If you have Macrocosmos up, you're pretty good to go anyways. But one thing to keep in mind, though, is when you do have Giga Mantis, you can still equip Giga Mantis. It's not affected by Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, so because it's actually not, it's considered an equip. So when Shadow Mirror is out, they can still equip. And I've seen games, even when I actually talked with Inzektors a long time ago at a regional, and the thing was, I summoned a Centipede, equipped a Giga Mantis, and he had Shadow Mirror out, and then I just won anyways, because I just, 24, and you combo this with, the swords, and that boosts its attack up to where a lot of decks just can't deal with it, especially if they, side deck, multiple macros and, shadows, and they just don't have the option to draw a monster to get over, sometimes you get this thing up really, really high, because this makes it 24, plus you can have swords and all that stuff. So that said, that is just something important to keep in mind. But yeah, Macro and Shadow Mirror are probably the best options. Also Valor. Other things that you can side deck against Inzektors, I've honestly seen people use Prohibition, but people used to Prohibition and call it like Hornet or Dragonfly. But the thing is, both these cards at one, the Inzektor player will probably just end up going for rank 5 Exceed and something like Adris, Tyrus, and just get rid of that, and you'll be kind of out. I really feel like the Macro and the Shadow Mirror is probably your best bet, definitely to get rid of them. So yeah, this is the basic side deck. It's gonna be Macro, but there's also one card. It's actually kind of it's kind of like a new card that no one really. This card, I'm not sure what set this came out in, but it's called Overworked, and it is destroy each monster whose attack is higher than its original attack. And what's hilarious is, if you guys didn't know, Ladybug also increases their attack hours. It also gains attack and defense equal to this card's attack and defense. So that said, if they equip, like Ladybug, it's cool. They'll just be like, it's cool. I'll just overwork, and that pretty much stops all the equips because pretty much they only equip like Ladybug, and Hornet also boosts the attack up as well. So this is kind of like a secret card that really I haven't seen anyone actually post this. This card as a good side deck card against Inzektors, but definitely good. Also, Fiendish Chain is also an option because, I mean, most of the monsters have low attack, so you can run over them. I mean, I'd say the highest is probably Centipede, just for itself. I mean, I guess they couldn't equip multiple stuff to it, but I doubt they're going to equip swords after it gets Fiendish Chained. So that said, I would really suggest Macrocosmos. Like, this card is just, it's too versatile. Also, Shadow Imprisoner if you can run it. You know, Valor is a fantastic card as well, but, you know, Dark Worlds really can't, you know, run Shadow Imprisonment or Macro, so if you're looking at Dark Worlds, hey, there's this card where I don't think anyone's really playing this either. I'm not sure what other deck really can make use of, like, I'd say Macro is the best because, again, you can side deck this against Dark Worlds, Mermails, and Atlanteans, and, you know, Light Sworns, Light Rays. I don't know, there's just, you know, random decks that, you know, just revolve around the graveyard. Macrocosmos is just, overall just a more well-rounded card, and, you know, it's more versatile, essentially. But definitely, I mean, Valor is also a great card, and it got reprinted, so, I mean, everyone should have access to that relatively easy. But I would say these are probably the best. And definitely Overwork. Check out that card because, you know, it's not that bad because that pretty much hits everything. That would hit a Gigamantis because that changes attack. That would hit the you know, the Hornet or Ladybug that gets equipped too. So that's not bad. And you can OTK the deck relatively easy, but if people are net decking, you know, with a Threatening Roars, good luck with that. But yeah, that said, I hope this helps you get a better matchup against Inzektors and kind of understand what to side deck against it more so. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's siding Macrocosmos for the Mermails. But yeah, definitely Shadow Imprisoner is good, and I'd say if you're playing against Inzektors, I mean, obviously you can warning them, but the problem is you have to deal with the Call of the Haunted sometimes. Like, if someone Centipede, you warning, they just Call of the Haunted, and they get back Centipede, and then, like, you basically lose anyway. So just keep in mind, you know, if they have a Call of the Haunted, don't think that your deck isn't good enough. It's just they had the answer to when you had your answer, and that is something unfortunate. But yeah, I expect people to net deck this, and I guess we're going to see Inzektors for a little while. But at least, you know, I made this video to try to help you guys out, because I know that you guys are going to request me to make it, so I'm ahead of the game. But there was the deck profile, plus how to beat Inzektors, which is the main emphasis on this, because I'm pretty sure someone else has uploaded the deck profile by now. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian White Dragon, signing out.